You were not born into softness. You were born into a lineage of fire, of struggle, of survival. Every breath you take carries the memory of the men and women who refuse to die. You don't come from weakness. You come from warriors, hunters, builders, protectors. Their blood is your blood. Their instincts are your instincts. But somewhere along the way, you were taught to forget, taught to confuse comfort with progress, taught that the highest goal was to feel good, not to be great. You were programmed to seek dopamine instead of discipline, validation instead of vision, ease instead of edge. But something inside you knows this world of distraction isn't enough, knows there is something buried, something old, something wild, something powerful. That pulse in your chest, that tension in your gut, that's not anxiety, that's memory. Your body remembers who you are, even if your mind has been conditioned to forget. You are not broken, you are buried. Before the suits, there were scars. Before the platforms, there were primal codes. Before the dopamine scrolls, there were warriors walking into war without hesitation. The alpha doesn't emerge from likes. He is forged in silence, in solitude, in fire, in discipline. Modern weakness is not your fault, but staying there is your choice. You don't need to find yourself. You need to remember who you were before the world dulled your edge. Your DNA is a war map. Your nervous system knows how to fight. You don't lack strength. You lack ritual. Ritual is the language of the warrior. It's how the body communicates with the mind. It's how the mind reclaims command from chaos. Wake before the world. Expose yourself to the elements. Write your truth when no one is watching. Speak your mission aloud until it echoes in your bones. The alpha lives in repetition, in the second wind, in the rep when everyone else quits, in the silence between distractions. He doesn't perform. He prepares. You've been told you need to be motivated. That's a lie. You need to be reminded. Reminded that your ancestors didn't survive plagues, battles, and winters so you could scroll your life away. They fought, bled, endured, so you could rise. When you train with purpose, you are not just building muscle, you are honoring your lineage. When you sit in stillness, you are not just resting, you are listening to the voice that the world tried to silence. And when you lead yourself, you earn the right to lead others. You don't need to become an alpha. You are already carrying it in your code. This is not self-help. This is cellular reactivation. You are not soft. You are suppressed. You are not weak. You are untrained. You are not lost. You are simply asleep. But you're waking up. Reclaim your mornings. Train with intention. Cut what weakens you. Speak truth even when it shakes your voice. Harden your mind through action, not talk. Alpha is not a mood. It is not hype. It is not ego. It is a biological state, built by ritual, stabilized by hardship, and maintained by discipline. From Spartans to Stoics, samurai to seals. They all understood this. You do not train for comfort. You train for clarity. You do not seek followers. You seek alignment. You do not chase identity. You remember it. This is your life, and it is not a game. It is a battle, not against others, but against comfort, distraction, weakness, and delay. You already know what you need to do. You've always known. Now, do it. Remember who you are. Return to the code. Welcome to Alpha Ordinum. Ritual is how men remember what the world wants them to forget. The world sells you shortcuts, speed, numbness. But ritual says no. You will earn your strength. You will meet yourself at the edge. You will bleed for your identity. There is a reason elite warriors train in repetition. Why monks walk the same path for decades. Why generals wake before dawn. Because repetition rewires identity. Because what you do daily becomes who you are permanently. You want change? Then carve it into your mornings, into your food, into your posture, into your silence. The alpha is not reactive. He is rooted. He does not wake up wondering what he feels like doing. He wakes up and executes what is required. Stillness is not a lack of movement. It's the highest form of readiness. In silence, your instincts reawaken. In isolation, your power becomes unshakable. Stillness is how you hear the voice beneath the noise, the voice that says, "We're not done yet. We've got more in us." You carry scars, some visible, most invisible. But scars are not signs of weakness, they're evidence of survival. You don't bury your past, you build on it. Because Alpha is not about pretending you've never fallen, it's about training so you never fall the same way twice. You want the world to stop underestimating you? Good. But first, stop underestimating yourself. Stop giving energy to what you cannot control. Start giving discipline to what you can. Get serious about your inputs. The food you eat, the voices you listen to, the thoughts you repeat, the standards you accept. Weakness doesn't announce itself, it creeps. It shows up as skipped reps, delayed goals, sugar highs, emotional outbursts, and excuses disguised as balance. Alpha is not about being perfect. It's about being accountable to the edge. The edge you fear is the edge you were designed to walk. Every night you reflect. Every morning you prepare. You become impossible to shake because you've already faced your shadows in silence. This is the ritual. This is the code. This is how the Alpha is not found, but remembered. Alpha doesn't mean loud. It means clarity. It means standing still while the world panics. It means moving forward when others freeze. It means carrying the burden without complaint. Because you're not here for comfort. You're here for consequence. To build. To break cycles. To be what your bloodline has been waiting for. You don't just train for you. You train for legacy. So your children never have to wonder what strength looks like. So the world knows, not all men are asleep. Some still rise, some still fight, some still remember. If you feel the fire, don't wait. You were made for more. And now you're remembering ritual by ritual, rep by rep, word by word. Remember who you are. Return to the code. Lead the order. Welcome to Alpha Ordinum.